There are finds that alter our perception of the universe, and there are finds that utterly transform what we believe to be possible. One leaked photo, shot in strict secrecy, with the potential for evidence of something not only unnatural but perhaps constructed. Something that, based on all scientific knowledge, shouldn't be. The James Webb Space Telescope, which is famous for producing the most vivid portraits of the universe ever recorded, has supposedly snapped such an image. Such a strange object, named 3 by Atlas, is so remarkable that it said that the NASA researchers were asked to label it as something at once. But it seems that the truth does elude us, and what we presently have is both stunning and horrifying. This isn't science fiction, it's true data, witnessed and measured. 3 by Atlas seems to be a visitor from outside our solar system, acting in ways no natural object ever would. The leaked high-resolution photo from the James Webb Telescope's infrared sweep reveals something unsettling, a beam of concentrated light emanating from the sunside of the object. This isn't a reflection or solar glare, it's a sharp, aimed projection, slicing through the blackness of space. More amazingly, the image shows structural balance around the center of the object, with precise 120 degrees angles that look like a hexagonal structure. Such geometric detail doesn't belong to a random, naturally occurring rock floating in space. Scientists at the European Southern Observatory, off the record, characterized it as mechanical in nature. Is this some cosmic artifact, or are we seeing the technology of an intelligence far beyond our own? Whatever it is, 3 by Atlas is violating the laws of physics as we understand them. Typically, a comet tail streams away from the sun because of solar radiation pressure, a concept so basic it supports models of stellar behavior by the tens of thousands. But not 3 by Atlas. Its tail streams toward the sun. Initial theories offered up violent anisotropic dust jets, but simulations soon eliminated that notion. The symmetrical flow pattern just didn't work. Next were the Webb's data analysis findings, showing that the tail glows in pulsating intervals aligned with the object's 16-hour rotation period. These pulses coincide with thermal bursts and abrupt decreases, patterns of artificial propulsion, not gas venting as would occur naturally. Even more mystifying, particles on the tail reflect solar wavelengths instead of absorbing them like ordinary cosmic dust. That is, the object is not simply reflecting sunlight, it's manipulating it. Is this proof of a solar sail or radiation-based navigation system? And if it is, who, or what, is responsible for building it? Randomness rules the universe, but 3 by Atlas's flight within our solar system is altogether too intentional to be an accident. It came in from north of the ecliptic plane and performed a virtual flawless gravity assist tour of Mars, Venus, and Jupiter, virtually identical to flight paths planned by NASA for deep space probe missions. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb, who gained infamy for some of his outlandish theories, has suggested this might be a gravity assist chain of events orchestrated by design, like Voyager used to slingshot its way through the solar system. But 3 by Atlas is not slowing down like Voyager, it's actually accelerating. Its trajectory appears mathematically calculated to send observation units out on different planets without ever altering direction. That kind of precision suggests strategy, intelligence, and purpose. Statistically speaking, the chances of such a path happening naturally are fewer than 1 in a billion. Stranger yet, the object is poised to pass behind the sun at the point of its maximum solar brightness, exactly when it will be imperceptible to Earth's telescopes. It's like it's going to vaporize. And yet, in spite of its very unusual nature, the U.S. Space Command and other planetary defense agencies have said nothing. 3 by Atlas is the largest and fastest interstellar object to have ever been recorded, and still, there has been no official recognition. Leaked AARO reports indicate it's being utilized for live defensive simulation under planetary threat protocols. In essence, this might just be a dry run. But for what? Defense analysts are divided. Some argue it's a reconnaissance probe, others suspect an autonomous surveyor from another civilization. And since no spacecraft on Earth could possibly intercept it, its velocity exceeds 130,000 meters per second, humanity can only watch and wait. Behind the scenes, however, sources say government and military officials are meeting in secret, not just to figure out what 3 by Atlas is, but to decide how to react if it sends a signal, or worse, changes course. Closer analysis of the leaked photo intensified the intrigue. Freelance researchers detected a barely perceptible geometric mark close to the object's glowing area. It was unseen under natural light, but infrared imaging with Webb disclosed it succinctly, a triangular shape with an empty interior, surrounded by evenly spaced concentric arcs. Initially, analysts wrote it off as visual interference or a sensor glitch, but its strict alignment with the object's spin eliminated those possibilities. The design was intentional. Even more disturbing, the configuration resembled closely ancient Earth symbols and Vedic and Sumerian diagrams, which have long been at the center of fringe theories about contact myths in the early era. Mainstream scientists ridiculed the concept, but the existence of the symbol remains unexplained and certain. Whether it is a decorative piece, a structural marker, or an insignia, it has one daunting implication: this thing might have been made. Someone or something made it and left a signature like the mark of an engineer branded onto its surface. As observatories around the globe rushed to confirm the report, came a spate of bizarre government interventions. Several institutions reported being sent cease and desist notices for airspace protocol violations and civilian data security issues. Private enterprises that had in-depth space image-taking platforms were suddenly cut off from accessing their observation APIs, their satellite connectivity inexplicably cut. The trend indicated systematic suppression, followed by diplomatic leaks. Whistleblowers disclosed that the United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs convened an unscheduled emergency session with representatives from the world's 5 biggest spacefaring nations: Russia, China, the United States, India, and the European Union. The classified subject, unidentified technological object of interstellar origin. Reports indicate that all agreed to a joint silence protocol, vowing to keep any eventual revelations secret unless unanimous. When world competitors collaborate in secret, it's seldom incidental. Something enormous is being hidden, not only from scientists, but from all of humankind. The most frightening turn came days later. The James Webb Telescope's next planned observation of 3 by Atlas was canceled at short notice. Internal reports showed a chilling reason: the telescope's autonomous tracking mechanism refused to target the object. The AI's focus mechanism simply rejected the target, a phenomenon engineers had never encountered. It was as if the telescope itself chose not to look. Around the same time, 3 amateur astronomers independently reported seeing strange flashes in the region where the object should have been. The flashes were erratic but rhythmic, too organized to be random. One onlooker likened them to a camera flash from the void, as if the darkness itself blinked back. Is it possible that 3 by Atlas is aware that it's being observed? Does it have the power to control light or use defensive countermeasures? What if this thing isn't merely passing through our solar system, but is studying us in turn? The universe has always been full of mysteries, but this one feels different. 3 by Atlas defies every natural law, every astrophysical model, and every political comfort zone. Its existence challenges not only science but humanity's understanding of its place in the cosmos. Whether it's a probe, a relic, or something far beyond either, one thing is certain: the watchers have become the watched. And somewhere, out there in the dark, something is watching back.